guess, and either San or Curious as well. But we'll see. Innovation's a beast, and he's not going to give up too easily.
No, of course. He's going to do what he can as, you know, the fame and the glory and the prize pool on the line. If he can head over to IEM New York, it is going to be a really great event. Now we'll see if he is able to do it up at the top left-hand side of our new ladder map for this season. It is a interesting map. I personally don't like it, but I know it is very fun to play. It is Innovation.
And down here in the bottom left, his opponent with a nice blink timing last game, it is the Red Protoss, San. So why don't you like this map, DUCKVILLE? Not good for cannons?
Actually, yeah, it's not good for cannon rushing at all.
I like this map a lot. It's a pretty cool map. It's really good in ZVT. It's okay in ZVP. It's a big map, it's a macro map, so you get some really good games on here. ZVZ is a bit awkward, I guess, because it's 4-player map, and 4-player maps are always a bit weird in ZVZ, but overall I think it's a pretty good map. There's not really any major flaws with it, so yeah. You're just a hater, DUCKVILLE.
No. if I were to play properly and actually seriously for once, I do think it's really cool. I like some of the features of this map. The third base, well, what is a possible third base here? It has a little bit of an exposed region up the top. Some units can come across and shoot down on the workers that are there. You also have these bridges, which can, depending on your spawning positions, these kinds of things can change the rush distance of this map just because of how you can quickly come through there. Now they are very small though, so it doesn't necessarily allow like a large death ball army to move through. But of course, at that stage of the game, the timings of rush doesn't really matter that much. But
greedy innovation, doing it again.
Yep.
Going for that CC first is obviously not expecting San to go for some kind of proxy gates here, and just gonna abuse everything he can to get that economy up. And it looks like San just going for the same opener every game here, just playing super kind of greedy, but it's pretty safe at the same time as well. Not super greedy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, well, exactly. I guess it's not crazy greedy to go for this this Nexus at this timing because the gateway is already done. But of course, it does delay your cyber a little bit, which means that your mothership core, your first stalker or sentry, and of course the warp gate tech is a little bit later. So it just puts that little bit of element of risk in there when you are playing. So San is what's this prep doing? It's just heading across to the watchtower. I remember way back when people were playing on what was that map called? It was the Tal'Darim Altar with with the one watchtower in the middle. Some people would head straight to the watchtower and try and see if their opponent would get scouted out by the.
Didn't Tal'Darim have 4 watchtowers? Or did they change it?
It was just the one in the middle, I think. No,
really?
Wait. Was it 4?
I'm pretty sure Tal'Darim had 4, man.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, it was 4.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, so, well, either way, you could, which map was it then? God, I can't remember which map it was.
Whirlwind has one in the middle.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, maybe it was like Whirlwind or, oh, hang on, Entomb Valley. That's
oh my god,
yeah,
don't talk to me about that map.
Yeah. Yeah, Entomb Valley was the one where people would do that, but, yeah. We can see now that San, of course, is just proceeding along as normal. First Stalker comes out. Warp Gate is on the way. Robo going to get thrown down. Very safe, very standard sort of play coming out of our Protoss play here. Whereas for our Terran, we can see that Innovation is now setting up. He's got a couple of extra racks. The third one is now just about to complete. Puts him in a much nicer position. There's better feng shui over here if the racks are over in this position. Also, they're less exposed to possible big attacks that can come in, but his double gases have now finished up, so we're not necessarily going to see that same sort of greedy play coming out of Innovation this time.
It's pretty funny to see that actually this time. He's like, oh, I'm going to get 3 racks and the double gas at the same time. I don't want to die to a timing like that again.
Yeah.
I'm just playing super greedy. But Sam this time going for the Robo, so it looks like he wants to play a build similar to the first game. It is another big map, so he might go for the same kind of style that he went for. Probably just his favorite build for big maps, if you know what I'm saying.
I guess I know what you're saying.
But it's not. It's a Robo Bay. So he's not going to go straight into Storm. He's going to go for the Colossus this time.
Well, not necessarily, but yeah. You can still do the... Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. The Robo Bay. I totally misread what you said. Yeah, so it is going to be some Colossus coming out of San, and we do have the factory on the way for innovation. His first engineering bay also goes down. And yeah, we're just sort of moving through a very passive sort of game for the moment. No real pressure able to come out from either player. The long distance movement of this map sort of putting a little bit of a dent in that. And then of course both players just wanting to make sure they get their economy in a really nice position. So
You know what, DUCKVILLE?
yeah,
This looks like the build that Innovation did, where we pulled SCVs against Elfie.
yeah, it does. I mean, it is a Terran, so shots fired. Hashtag shots fired at DUCKVILLE. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, there's a couple of, yeah, actually, yeah, with the timing of that +1 and the stim coming along as well, very quick stim there. So it does offer that option for innovation. We'll see how Mr. San is going to prepare for that. His first Colossus now just popping out. We can see a couple of extra gates just finishing up here for him as well. It's going to allow him a little bit more production, but innovation hiding some of those units in the mineral line. I'm not sure if that's what they are there for, but first big group of units now on the way. Of course, you know, normal sorts of timings can exist here where you do have these first couple of medevacs coming out, normally at this sort of this 10 to 11 minute timing, where the Terran player they're going to head out, they're going to maybe try and put some pressure on, force out a photon overcharge on the Nexus, but for the moment it looks as if it's yeah, it is going to go down that particular path. There's 2 medevacs are now on the way here for innovation, and he's just going to have a quick jump across the map to see what he can get done.
There's a pylon going out down on the map for San as well, and he's throwing down a bunch of gates. There goes the scan. He sees pretty much everything, so Sam was probably hoping to go for a 2-base all-in here, and he is.
Yep.
And Innovation's going to be ready for it. He knows what's coming. He's moving all his units back home. He's starting more bunkers. Innovation is prepared for this.
Yeah, we'll see how much. It is a very enclosed space. That's one thing to point out about this. Is it is a really enclosed space, and there's like hardly any kind of angles that you can get to. So we'll see how Innovation wants to engage this. I'll be very surprised if he just lets Sun walk up the ramp. Yeah, you want to try and pressure him just a tiny bit, maybe to get some shots off here. But there we go, a little bit more space, a nice arc there for Innovation. A few force fields go down though, and they do a wonderful amount of work. The 2 Colossi getting a really good amount of damage done here, and I think that Innovation is he could be in a little bit of trouble. As we see, many gates were finished up back at home. We've got a total of 7 gates here for Sun. The 2 Colossi getting a huge amount of work done. The 2 Vikings coming across, trying to force them back for the moment.
Yeah, the Vikings going to help out a lot here, going to work on that Colossi. If he loses the Colossi, the push is going to be a lot harder for Sam to get in there, especially with that repair. He wants to use those Colossi on the SCVs there, take them all down, and then he can get through there. Here he goes, he's pushing forward now. Time Warp goes down. The repair on the bunker is huge. He's going for the bunker at the top. I don't think he's got enough. It looks like the repair for Innovation is going to be enough, and Sam has to move back. He's building up more units, but there are more Vikings coming for Innovation. Eventually, those Colossi are going to get taken down. Another Time Warp going down. He's just posturing these Colossi around to try and get onto that bunker, but it doesn't look like it's going to work right now.
Yeah, I mean, he really needs to get in here right now. As you said, the Viking, as soon as their count gets to around about sort of 5 or 6, then this is basically done. Like, and with the investment that San has made, this just becomes harder and harder. But here we go, Guardian Shield activated. A couple of brilliant force fields there are going to allow San to cut down the bunkers there, and a lot of the units do go down as well, but it just looks like Innovation is just far too prepared for this. SCV's now coming out to the front. The last of the Colossus has gone down. A few more gateway units are brought in by San, but I think that is going to be it for him as he loses this entire force. of Vikings dropping down, and a GG from San. Innovation takes the series 2-1.
So Innovation not out yet, guys. He's still in the running to go to New York. He's got to go up against Curious.